Hi everyone, it's good to see you again. Thanks for being here with me today. So our theme of imagination this month means that today we are going to play some imagination games to stretch and exercise our imaginations because as we know, they are very important even for adults. For anybody, any age, it's so important to be using your imagination every day because that's how we imagine a brighter, amazing future together. And it's how we make our present more magical. So I have a puzzle challenge for you and a couple drawing games. And so if you want to go get a paper and pencil, you can pause the video, get some paper, and you can do them along with me. So the first thing is actually to invite our imaginary friends to come hang out with us. So they might want to do these games with us. I also invite you to bring them to dinner tonight and have your parents bring an imaginary friend too. So if you don't have an imaginary friend yet, you can come up with somebody that you would just like to spend a lot of time with. Someone who's really caring, maybe they listen really well, and maybe they have a really fun name. And if you want help naming them, there's a cool piece of paper that's part of a newsletter called Soulful Home, and I sent a link to your family. So in that Soulful Home, there's a way of naming your imaginary friend that's based on your name and your birth month. So my imaginary friend's name is Open Mind Watkins Harper. So that's based on a UU concept of having an open mind and a famous UU from a long time ago named Frances Watkins Harper. So that's my imaginary friend, and I'm going to invite that one to come hang out with us right now. Do you want to meet him? Come on, open mind. Come on over. I know you're a little shy. Say hi to the kids. So, open mind, I was wondering, when we sit down together tonight at dinner, and when these families sit down with their imaginary friends, what do you think that we should do together? What's one of your favorite things to do? Oh, my imaginary friend really likes playing games. That is good because I like playing games too. What else? Oh yeah, we could draw together. Hey, that reminds me that one of our first things we're going to show the families is this drawing game. So you can either print out this piece of paper. Oh, it's very bright. Here we go. From the newsletter, or you can just draw a whole bunch of circles on your paper. This is so bright you can't see it. There we go. So you just have a whole bunch of circles. And then the game is to make those circles into anything that you can think of. So try, your goal is to think of 30 different things that these circles could be. So I'm going to do it on one of them. This is one thing it could be. Here's another thing. These are my two ideas. And you guys see if you can come up with 30 different ideas. Here's mine. So it's a smiley face and a jack-o'-lantern. Ooh, I should add a little stem to my jack-o'-lantern. There. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. And you could send me a picture of all of your circles, been turning them into something new. So our next one is also about drawing. So my friend Open Mind is going to be very excited. And you really do need an open mind to be able to do this next activity. So I want you to take a piece of paper and just make any kind of squiggle or line or many different lines and see, just make a big swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. So I just made that. And now I'm going to look at it and I'm going to turn it into something. So imagine you've just made a big splotch on your piece of paper. And now you're going to look and say, these kind of look like legs. And this kind of looks like a head, or maybe it looks like a landscape. Maybe it looks like a rising sun, or a mountain range, or a tree, or a bug. So let's see. I see, and you can use colors too. So you can color in one part of it with green and another part blue and make a whole picture out of your, and you can add to it, obviously. You can make, I'm making some feet right now and some hands. Mine's a really very friendly little creature. Okay, so that's the beginning of mine. Oh, it's so bright. There we go. You can see him. See that? It's like a flying dancing creature. And then I would probably color in the inside to make him have a super colorful cloak. So again, send me pictures of what you create because I'm excited to see what happens with your squiggles. So that is our Imagine a Doodle game. And the next one is a puzzle challenge. So I actually wrote it's called the 9-dot puzzle. And I wrote the 9 dots up here above my doodle. So you take a piece of paper and you make 9 dots. And they can be little dots, just 3 across and 3 down. So it makes a box like this. And then your challenge is to draw a straight line that connects the dots. You can draw 4 lines that each connect together and to connect all the dots. So, for example, whoops, you could do a line up, a line diagonal, so that's 2 lines, a line back across, and then another line diagonal. But then see, you haven't connected all of the dots. There's a cross in the middle and a line over and a line up, but then there's 2 dots that aren't connected to lines. So the challenge is to use 4 lines and connect all the dots. And the lines have to be connected too. So that's a fun brain puzzle to imagine thinking outside the box and seeing what you can come up with that is different from maybe what you originally think or what other people around you think. And that's the beauty of thinking outside the box. There's one way of doing things, but then there's all these other ways that are outside of the realm of what has already been done. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Please send me pictures of your doodles and your circles and let me know if you can do the 9-dot challenge. I'll put a link in the newsletter for some solutions. There's actually multiple solutions for how to do that 9-dot challenge. So I hope you enjoy all of our imagination exercises today, and I will see you again next week. Bye. Hi again. My imaginary friend, Open Mind, didn't get a chance to say goodbye to you. So he told me to tell you that it was the highlight of his day being part of this video, and that even though he's a little shy, he was excited to be here with you. And he hopes that he can hear from some of your imaginary friends and hear what their names are and maybe a little something about them, like what their favorite breakfast food is, or what's the best thing that happened to them today, or what they think makes a really good friend. So when you invite that friend to dinner tonight, will you ask them those questions for my friend and then let me know? Okay. Have fun. Bye.
Who can I be? Who can I be? What will I see? What will I see? In this great world, who could be free? Who could be free? What will I build? What will I build? And what will I find? And what will I find? My story begins. My story begins. Inside my mind. Inside my mind. Who can I be? Who can I be? What will I see? And what will I see? In this great world. In this great world. Who could be free? Who could be free? What will I build? What will I build? And what will I find? And what will I find? My story begins. My story begins. Inside my mind. Inside my mind. In my imagination.